Good morning, folks. This is Naeem Azam live from London. Today, we are going to look at the markets from a slightly different lens because we're going to really look for opportunities for the next 24 to 48 hours. My name is Naeem Azam, and I come with a wealth of well over 15 years of experience in hedge fund trading, worked with Bank of New York Mellon and Bank of America, currently working as a chief market analyst for Evertrade. Now, what I'm looking at the screen in terms of a stock market is that the investors and traders are finding comfort that European leaders are actually applying national lockdown. Of course, it will seem completely bizarre if we look at this particular situation last week, because at the time the narrative was that, look, national lockdowns are coming and they're going to really influence the growth and, of course, economic activity. They will, but that is still remain, that is still valid argument. But today, investors are thinking that, look, the right policies are being implemented, and this means that perhaps we can really bring the situation under control. And that is why we are seeing a little bit of a bounce back. But more importantly, folks, when it comes to the S&P, which is the one S&P 500, they're one of the biggest stock index over in the United States, and the other one, which is the S&P Dow Jones, the Dow Jones 30. When we look at these indices, we can see these indices have been under tremendous selling pressure for the last few weeks. When we look at the relative strength index for this, what we see from that is that both of these indices were very much shouting for an action that traders can really come in and then buy that. Now, in very simple words, the RSI was way oversold. So whenever RSI, the relative strength index, gives that signal, we most of the time we see a little bit of a bounce back in the equity market, and that is what we are experiencing. But what is quite important for the next 24 to 48 hours is because US elections going to be kicking in, and the results of them are very, very much going to influence the overall volatility in the market. So if we get, some results where we show there's a massive lead, then okay, that could be a lot more easier, especially if it comes in favor of Donald Trump. But if we get something which says that okay, Joe Biden is in lead, then we are really looking at civil unrest, because Donald Trump is very much likely to create and fuel those civil unrest in the country. He's not going to leave the White House that easily. There could be court battles over the validity of those votes, and that all of that is going to create enormous amount of volatility in the market. So that is what we're going to take a look at. And in order to hedge against the volatility, gold represents a very intriguing entry, an asset class with a very good entry point, which is trading in around 1870 to 1880. That's all for today, and I'll see you guys next time.